All right, so it's time for me to test Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank. And I think this is the game that was very first game that was showcased when Mark Cerny was talking about PS5 Pro. And it's supposed to be the best example of PS5 Pro and what the PS5 Pro can do. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into Rift Apart. This is Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. I did play it on base PS5 when it first came out, but now it's time to check it out on a PS5 Pro. So let's go ahead. Let's not waste any time. Let's check it out. Sony Interactive Entertainment presents. Should look pretty good. Now, one of the unique things about this game is there's no loading time. It's just like an instant. But this was something that was included even on the base PS5. All right, Ratchet and Clank, here we go. Let's see what features we have. We'll start a new game. Rebel Agent. I just want to, Rookie Recruit. Okay. Simplified controls, that's fine. Let's see, HDR, well, Performance Pro, Fidelity Pro. Okay, so let's see. So Performance Pro, this mode targets a smooth 60 frames per second with retaining the image quality of the standard fidelity mode through use of PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. All ray tracing features are on, including ray trace reflection. This mode is recommended for the most players. So this is basically you're getting 60 frames per second with all of the advanced ray tracing. So this is probably the best mode. And then you have Fidelity Pro. This is 30 frames per second for players who want to experiment with the new ray tracing graphical features. These new features can be tuned individually to reach higher intermediate frame rates, especially when using the VIR or 120 Hz display mode. So this is if you have 120 Hz display mode. This is the best right here, Fidelity Pro. But this is something that I cannot do it on a capture card. It's something I might have to record on the television. But even if I record it on my TV, you still cannot see the 120 Hz. But it's good that they have it. That's pretty cool. Hold on. So let's keep it at Performance Pro. So we'll be using a Performance Pro, and Performance Pro is the best. I mean, you're getting 60 frames per second with all of the advanced ray tracing and a higher resolution. So think about it. You're getting a higher resolution, 60 frames per second with all of the advanced ray tracing turned on. And if your TV has 120 Hertz, well, even better. Depending which TV you connect it to. If you connect it to a C2 or CX, right, then you're good to go. Or C3, whichever one you have, I don't know. C4, C5. They have a C5 right now, or C4, C3, C2. Any of the C1, C2, CX. Anything from 2020 will do just fine. They all have 120 Hertz. All right, so let's select the Performance Pro. Let's keep it on Performance Pro. No, Performance Pro. Okay. Okay, everything's a Performance Pro. Performance Pro. Okay, cool. 120 Hertz automatic. Automatic. Performance Pro. Start the game. All right, let's check it out. Oh, I can tell already, dude. Just looking at this, I can tell. It's already looking great, dude. Oh, yeah. Now, what does it mean when you select 120 Hertz on automatic? It means that automatically it will detect whether or not your TV can support 120 Hertz, right? So that's why I always keep it on auto, on automatic, and it will detect automatically whether or not your TV processor can automatically uh, initiate 120 hertz refresh rate, right? Like I said, majority of the TVs from 2020 all the way up to now, they support 120 hertz. So if you keep it on auto, on automatic, it should automatically detect 120 hertz. So you shouldn't have to worry about it. Televisions before 2020, I don't know. You have to look at the manufacturer. You have to see if there's any updates, firmware updates. Because I know some of the older LGs, they support the firmware update 120 hertz. So it depends. But all the latest and newest 2020 LG TVs from CX to C1, C2, they all support 120 hertz at 4K. So, but check with your manufacturer, see your TV manufacturer. This looks amazing. Already it looks amazing, dude. Pure 60 FPS with advanced lighting, ray tracing, 60 frames per second. Oh yeah, dude. This is the beauty of having a 60 frames per second with advanced ray tracing. Now you can truly appreciate a high resolution with advanced ray tracing, and you can see all the detail. Remember, the higher resolution, the more detail you can see. You can see the textures. The higher the frame rate, and you can appreciate the ray tracing in a more natural way. So all of these combinations of PSSR, advanced ray tracing at a 60 frames per second or 120 hertz, all of this truly makes PS5 Pro the best console right now to enjoy video gaming. But keep in mind, you are going to need a really good 4K TV to appreciate this. No offense, but I've seen some people spend $1,000 and they would buy a cheap monitor for like $300 from Acer. I know it has 120 hertz, but it's like a 1440p monitor, 120 hertz with lousy 400 nits peak brightness. Dude, you can't really appreciate. Why would you want to do that in the first place? Like, buy yourself a really good 4K TV, okay? Get yourself a 65-inch, a large 65-inch LG OLED TV, and enjoy the detail, bro. If you can afford $1,000 for a PS5 Pro, then you should be able to afford another $1,800 or $2,000 to buy a 60-inch or a 65-inch LG OLED TV and enjoy it, man. And then come November 19th, you got yourself, you're pretty much all set for Grand Theft Auto 6, right? So that's what you do. That's what you should do this summer. Buy yourself a really good 4K TV first, 65-inch, please. And then once you got yourself a really good 4K TV with a 65-inch, then buy yourself a PS5 Pro. And then, my friend, you're all set. You'll enjoy Wolverine, you'll enjoy Ace Combat and all these upcoming games, Crimson Desert, etc., etc. You'll enjoy Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. You will enjoy, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 in its full glory this November 19th. And you'll have a great holiday season, okay? And you'll have a great winter. So that's what I would do. See, I'm giving you the best advice, guys. I'm not like giving you some lousy advice. I want to give you the best advice, Now, if you don't have the money, then why even watching this video? Don't watch this. If you can't afford $1,000, don't bother with this. And I don't blame you if you don't want to watch it. Like, oh, I can't afford this. That's fine, dude. That's America. That's capitalism. Some people can afford, some they can't. Be smart with your money. Work hard. Figure out how to make money, dude. Okay, you got a brain. Be smart. Go out there. Work hard. Okay. There's no shortcuts. There's no there's no shortcuts. You got to work your ass off, dude. You got to go out there. You got to be smart and make your money and then save money and buy good things, man. A lot of people say, oh, but I don't. Dude, everyone in this country has opportunity to make money, dude. I don't want to hear it. Everyone in this country has opportunity to make money. I don't want to hear it, dude. It's just you. You don't want to leave the comfort zone. You don't want to go out there and take the risk and work hard. You want everything to be handed to you in a silver platter. That's the problem with a lot of people. They want everything to be handed to them in a silver platter. That's not what America is about. I came in from Bosnia in this country with nothing. No one handed me anything. And I have a lot of stuff, okay? But I worked my ass off, dude. I worked hard. It was not easy, dude. You see that piano right there? That's a $3,000 piano from Casio. That's a professional piano, 72 keys. I'm not using it anymore, but I used to. When I used to do a SoundCloud, I used to make music. Okay? This sound bar with these speakers, that cost me a lot of money too. Look, that Xbox Series X, well, I got it cheap. That 65-inch LG OLED TV cost me a lot of money. But I didn't buy everything all at once, dude. I work my ass off. I'm smart with my money, dude. Okay? I'm smart. I don't waste my money on crap that I don't need. I save my money. I'm very smart. I'm disciplined. You guys are not disciplined. You're just wasting your money buying all this crap on credit. Why would you want to buy? I never buy anything on credit. I pay everything cash. Cash. Cash only, dude. Only idiots would pay credit. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you get yourself in some kind of a debt where you have to pay a ridiculous amount of interest rate? You have to be smart, man. I'm trying to give the younger people who are watching this, the Gen Z, be smart, dude. Be smart. I'm almost 50. Yeah, I've made some mistakes too. But I figured it out. I realized, hey, I need to be smart with my budget. And you too will have the nice things if you are smart. But if you're overspending like an idiot and you're just wasting your money and you're paying interest rates like, I don't know, like a 10% on some interest rates, paying off some product that's not even worth that much anymore, you have to be smarter than that, guys. God gave you the brain. Use that brain. Be smart, dude. Okay? But this nonsense, I don't have the opportunity. I'm not privileged. Bullshit. Spare me this privileged bullshit. I came from a Bosnia, war-torn country. War-torn damn country. From Bosnia with nothing. I didn't have any damn privileges. I worked my ass off. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to get into politics, but I don't want to hear it. Work your ass off. Go out there. Be smart. All right? Now, let's get back to the game. This looks amazing. I'm not trying to, spend this entire video giving you guys a financial... I don't want to be a Fox Business Maria here giving you a financial advising, but even Maria from Fox Business would give you this advice too. There's opportunities in this country, but you gotta work hard, man. And you also have to be smart. Be smart, dude. Use your brain, dude. Don't be an idiot. Nobody likes idiots. Nobody likes stupid people. Be smart, all right? No offense, but be smart, okay? But don't play a victim telling everybody, oh, I have no opportunities. I'm not privileged like you are privileged. I'm not privileged with nothing. I came here from a god-awful damn war. I was there for 5 years in that damn god-awful war. And I came here with freaking nothing. So don't tell me about privilege. Speaking of Bosnia, Bosnia is playing today at 2 p.m., I guess, against Qatar in Seattle. So I'm going to watch that game. Anyway, guys, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just telling you, okay? Take it from a guy like me. No one handed me shit. No one gave me nothing. I used to sleep in the car. I used to sleep on the street. There was times when I had nothing. Nothing. So I don't want to hear, even this YouTube channel, I worked my ass off. When I went to Meta Horizon World, I worked my ass off and I did it for free to entertain people. So don't tell me that you can't. You're just too lazy. You're just too damn lazy. You don't want to do anything. You just want everything to be handed out to you in a silver platter. That's not how it works. You got to work your ass off. You got to go out there and freaking work, man. Anyway. This looks amazing, dude. All right, that's all I can say. Is there a difference? Of course there's a difference, dude. Are you kidding me? 60 frames per second, advanced ray tracing, higher resolution. Now, clearly you guys cannot see the higher resolution because I'm recording this in 1080p. But that's why you need to invest in a really good 4K TV, and you will enjoy the higher resolution. You will enjoy advanced ray tracing, and you will enjoy the PS5 Pro. Okay? But yeah, there is a difference. Of course there is. Wow, this looks amazing, dude. And I hope you guys don't get offended. I'm just trying to give you good advice. It's a tough love. I'm trying to give you younger Gen Zs. Take it for someone who's older. I'm almost 50. I'm 47. I'll be 50 soon. Take it from a middle-aged man, okay? I've made the mistakes in my life, but I'm also trying to give you guys a good advice so that way you don't make the same mistakes that I've made. I was lucky enough that I surrounded myself by smart people, good people, who have brains, and they gave me some good advice. Okay? Everyone has the same opportunities in this country, but you gotta work your ass off. It's a big country, dude. 50 states, 300 million Americans. There's too many people here. Okay? You have to be noticed, but in order for you to be noticed, you have to work hard, dude. Everyone wants to be noticed. Everybody wants to make money, but you gotta work your ass off, dude. You think Sylvester Stallone didn't work hard? You think Elon Musk didn't work hard? You think Patrick B. David didn't work hard? You think these guys didn't work hard? They all worked their ass off, dude. Even Jeffrey Bezos, regardless of what you think of him, the guy used to sleep in his office, a dirty-ass office in Seattle 30 years ago, selling books. It was not easy, but look at him now. But the problem with this generation, this Gen Z, they want everything to be handed out to them. They want everything to be, that's not how, dude, you guys are spoiled. That's not how it works, dude. What do you think my situation was when I was in Bosnia? 5 freaking years. Didn't know if I'm going to live or die the next freaking day. The next hour, I didn't know if I'm going to be blown into pieces or shredded into pieces. Look at people in Ukraine, in Kiev. They work their ass off, even though they're constantly under siege, but they're working their ass off. But you guys, you got privilege here in the greatest country on the planet, and you're still bitching and moaning, oh, I'm not privileged. Spare me the privilege bullshit, man. No, for real. Spare me the privilege bullshit. Maybe I put something in this coffee, but listen, I'm not trying to be a jerk, guys, all right? I'm trying to give you good advice. Oh, how can he afford to buy a PS5 Pro and Xbox Series X and Nintendo Switch 2 and PlayStation VR 2 and MetaQuest 3? How? How can he do that? Oh! Because I work my ass off. I'm smart. I use my damn brain. I'm smart with my budget. I'm not an idiot. Anyway, guys, this is the best advice I'm going to give only once. And you're welcome. I'm giving this advice only once. Be smart. Don't be an idiot. You too can have money. But don't waste your money on a shit that you don't need. And don't certainly put your, buying, listen. If you buy something on credit, you're an idiot. Anybody right now who buys anything on a credit, you're an idiot. You understand what you're doing. You're putting yourself into debt. And then you're going to have to file a bankruptcy one way or the other. And they're going to take your shit away. Why you want to do that? Why you want to file a Chapter 4 bankruptcy? Don't get yourself in the damn... Don't lock yourself in the credit. Stay away from credit. Stay away from any kind of credit, dude. Stay away from this shit like a plague. That's my advice to you. Save the damn money, man. Okay? Cut down on some shit. Okay? You don't need a super high-speed internet. Just get a little bit of internet. You don't need all the cable channels. You don't even need a cable. You can watch everything on a YouTube on Tubi, alright? There's other ways you can save money, bro. But you guys just want to waste your damn money buying shit on credit, and then you end up in debt. And then you have to file a Chapter 4 bankruptcy. And then you wonder why you are where you are. Guys, this is common sense. I'm giving you the best damn advice, and you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's get back to the game. I wish that this video didn't turn out to be me giving you the best advice, but you're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. Okay? Anyway, getting back to the game. Everything that I bought it with my own hard-earned cash. No one gifted me anything. I worked my ass off. Nothing was gifted to me. I worked my ass off, dude. And I'm proud of that. Where I can say, hey, I worked my ass off. Everything that I have in my life, I worked my ass off. No one handed me shit. So I don't want to hear about this privilege bullshit, you know? Everyone has the same opportunity. But some of you want the shortcuts. Some of you want the shortcut, want the lazy way out, want to find out, thinking that there is some sort of a shortcut. There is no shortcut. There's no shortcut. You have to work your ass off, dude. And you have to be smart with your money. Be smart. Don't be an idiot, okay? People ask me about the YouTube. I worked on YouTube for 12 years, dude, and I'm still struggling. But yeah, I got, decent amount of views, but I've been on YouTube for 12 years, man. It's not easy. Nothing it's easy, dude. This notion that everything is going to be easy. Whoever told you that shit? Whoever said it's going to be easy? No one ever said that shit. And I know some of you will say, but what about people who are born into a rich family? Well, that's a small percentage, dude. If you're one of the lucky ones that's born into a rich family, billionaires, that's, consider yourself blessed. But even they still have to put in a hard work. You think that their billionaire daddies and mommies will just give them money? Here you go, do what you want to do? They have to earn it as well, man, okay? So, yeah, I don't want to hear it, man, this whole privilege bullshit, Work your ass off, okay? That's the American dream. That's the America, dude. Look at all the UFC fighters. They all came in with nothing. Look at Ronda Rousey. Look at McGregor. They all came in with nothing. Look at Eminem. Came in with nothing. From the 8 Mile, from the projects, the most dangerous area in Detroit, from 8 Mile Street, he came in. And look at him now, superstar. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this bullshit of privilege. Because some people are always like, why can you have nice things? Why am I saying this? Because people have been saying on my comments, how can you afford all of this? How can you buy all of this? Because I work my ass off. That's how. I'm smart with my money. Alright, so the game looks amazing. Alright, let's get back to the game. I think I spent most of this video just telling you, but it's a good advice. Okay, I gave you guys the best advice. Okay, so you too can enjoy this. Okay? I mean, what else to say? I don't know. The game looks amazing. I mean... What else am I supposed to do? Here, hold on. Wait, there's something here I need to do. Hold on. Am I supposed to, like... What am I supposed to do here? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to jump on this ship? What am I supposed to do here? Wait. Is there like a button I'm supposed to press? Hold on. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I have no clue. I have no idea, dude. Am I supposed to go on this ship? All right, finally, Jesus. I'm surprised that the game's not telling you what you're supposed to do, man. Oh, actually, it does tell you, but I cannot see it because of my camera, my web camera. This looks amazing, dude. This looks amazing. This is like a Disney Pixar movie, dude. All right, let me catch a ride. Let me catch a ride. All right, all right, all right. This video is turning out to be longer than I expected. That's because, you know, I have to give you guys a good advice. And I hope that you guys don't get offended. This is just me trying to give you good advice. You know, I don't care how you live your life. Live your life however you want to live it. But don't you want to live a good life? Don't you want to make some money, right? All right? I'm just simply saying be smart. That's all I'm saying. Be smart with your money. Okay? That's all. Don't waste your money and don't get locked in on some stupid interest rate from credit. Okay? Buy stuff cash. Always buy cash. Everything that you buy cash, dude. Buy everything with cash. Don't get stuck in a credit, all right? Because all you're going to do is get yourself in debt, and then when you are in debt and you lose your job, then you have to file a bankruptcy. Why you want to do that? People say, what about a house? Well, depends on a house. What kind of house you're looking at. If you can buy a house for like a 90,000, some small house for 90,000, buy it cash, right? But if you can't, then you have no choice. Then you have to go with a mortgage. All I'm saying is cash is always better, dude. Buy everything with cash. My whole point is, don't look at other people. Other people, they work hard, right? What about, these other YouTubers? Well, they work their ass off, dude. They work hard. They have to edit videos, put the videos together. You know, they work their ass off, dude. They work hard. And they've been working hard for a long time, okay? And, you know, Asmongold worked really hard. You know, he didn't just woke up one day and got like millions of views. You know, people work hard, man. It's you have to work hard, but don't expect any shortcuts. You know what I mean? My whole point is there's no such thing as privilege. There's just opportunities. But if you sit and do nothing and you watch other people grow, well, that's on you, dude. that's on you. Then you should blame yourself for sitting in a cocoon not doing anything to grow. All right? You can grow as well, but you got to be smart. Don't be an idiot. Okay? You can't expect people to feel sorry for you if you didn't do anything. If you didn't even try to work hard to make something in life. Okay, there's opportunities in this country, but you got to work your ass off, all right? And it's not easy. Nothing gets easy. Nothing happens overnight. Okay, look at me. I've been doing this channel for 12 years, man. 12 years, dude. And I don't care how you live your life. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But don't like bitch and moan to me. How can you afford? You're privileged. I'm not privileged. I have no privilege. I came here from Bosnia, dude. 5 years of very ugly, bloody, freaking disgusting war. Ask Ukrainians who came here from a very bloody war. And it's still going on. Are they privileged? No, they're not. They work their ass off. Okay? That poor girl that got stabbed with a knife in the neck, with that lunatic in a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Was she privileged? She was working at the pizzeria, dude. She was working in a pizza place. Was she privileged? No, she was not privileged. So I don't want to hear this bullshit, man. This really shit. This shit bothers me, man. When people start saying, "Oh, you privileged?" No such thing as privilege. You work your ass off, and that's that. Work your ass off, dude. Be smart, but also be smart. Don't be an idiot. Nobody likes idiots. Nobody likes stupid people. Be smart. Use your brain. And you too one day can enjoy life and have nice things. But remember, money doesn't necessarily buy you happiness. Okay? I used to work for billionaires and millionaires. And they had everything. They had Ferraris, Bugattis, you name it. Okay? But there was still something missing. They were not happy. So if you're looking for happiness, that's different. I don't know what happiness is for you. That's something you need to find within yourself. But if you want financial security, then you have to be disciplined. Be smart with your budget. Don't waste your money, dude. Don't waste your money. Okay? Make sure that your money is spent on things that you just need. And then save that money for other things that you want. Okay, why don't you start saving money right now, and then next year you can buy a PS5 Pro. Better late than never, right? Or why don't you start saving money now, and then come November 19th, you'll have enough money saved to buy a PS5 Pro and Grand Theft Auto 6. All right, this is common sense. This is nothing really. And the sad part is that I even have to explain this to Gen Z, because the Gen Z is the one leaving me these stupid comments. How can you afford this? How can you afford that? Right? It's always that same stupid question that I get asked from Gen Z. How can you afford this? How can you buy that? How? The money grows on the trees, dude. I just go out to my balcony and I just pick up the $100 bills from the palm tree. Right next to the coconut, I just pull it out. Come on, man. You know? Stupid questions. And then you wonder why you are where you are. Why you are stuck in a situation that you're stuck in. Because you're not thinking. You're not using your logic and brain. You're not being smart. And you need a guy like me, a middle-aged man, to tell you to be smart. To use your brain. Be smart with your budget. Okay? And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just telling you, there's no such thing as privilege. The privilege doesn't exist. Okay? You have to work your ass off. You have to work hard. No one's going to hand you out. Even your billionaire daddy is not going to just give you the money. He wants you to make an example. Okay? He wants you to understand that it's not, that this is not easy. You have to work your ass off. So there's no such thing as privilege. You just have to work your ass off, dude. Work hard. Okay? And be smart. Yes, work hard, but also be smart, dude. Don't buy ridiculous big houses on a mortgage you can't pay. Don't buy these fancy cars you can't afford. Don't buy shit you can't afford. Be smart. Alright, I'm sorry for this video being this long, and I'm sorry that I had to mention this, but I hope you learned something from this video. You see, I made two videos in one. In one aspect, I was telling you how great this game is and how amazing it looks. And on another aspect, I was telling you, you too can enjoy this. You too could have a PS5 Pro and Nintendo Switch too. But you have to be smart with your money. Because people have emailed me. People have said to me, how can you afford all of this? Congratulations on a Pro. But congratulations on the Xbox Series X and Nintendo Switch 2. But how can you afford all of this? I thought you were broke. I thought you were poor. That's because I want you to think I'm broke. Because I want you to think I'm poor. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. See, that's another problem. You want to figure me out. Stop trying to figure me out. Go figure yourself out. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about me. I'm too smart for you. Okay? I'm too highly intelligent for you. You're never going to figure me out. Worry about yourself, dude. But I'm trying to give you good advice for all you Gen Zs out there who are making all these videos. I'm done. I can't find a job. I'm done. Life sucks. Everything sucks. I'm not privileged. I'm not privileged. Spare me the bullshit. Okay? Spare me the bullshit. No such thing as privileged. There's only hard work and being smart. Be smart, dude. Surround yourself by smart people. And they're going to tell you exactly the same thing I'm telling you. But if you surround yourself by a bunch of lowlifes and deadbeats and losers who are just wasting money and being stupid, then you're going to become stupid. You're going to become like them. Don't surround yourself by stupid people. Surround yourself by smart people, and you too can have good things in life. That's how this works, okay? It's really simple as that. Alright, well, that's the video. I hope you learned something in this 37 minutes. I made two videos in one. I showed you how beautiful this game looks on PS5 Pro, and at the same time, I gave you a really, really good advice. And you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. This is the best advice I gave you, okay? Take care. And people ask me, why do I wear a black shirt? Because I love black shirts. Okay, it looks good on me and I love black shirts. I have so many of these black shirts. So many. So many of these black shirts, dude. I love black shirts. I have like 20 of these. 20 of these black shirts. I love black shirts. I do. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. And I will see you on the next video. What can I say? I mean, every game on PS5 Pro looks amazing. But the exclusives are the best. I want to say this before I go. The exclusives are the best. If you truly want to enjoy PS5 Pro, play the exclusives. Exclusives, they are the best. They take the full advantage of PS5 Pro. So exclusives are the best way to experience PS5 Pro. And of course, you need a really good 4K TV. 65-inch, please. 65-inch LG OLED, that's all you need. And you will enjoy the detail, you will enjoy the clarity, and all that extra jazz. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I don't know what I put in this coffee, but what I put in this coffee is the Truth Serum. This is the Truth Serum. Okay? This is the kind of coffee you need. Alright? Mr. 4K Coffee. Okay? It will show you the truth. It'll open your eyes. Okay? It'll make you realize the truth, the reality of the truth. Okay? Alright, guys. I gotta go. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys later. Take care.